got a good comparison in our quarterfinal matchups. In fact, our first matchup. Take a look right there at Chris Hunt out of Florence, Alabama. Your standard Pontiac Trans Am. Looks just like it rolled in off the street, right? Compare it with the man he'll be racing against now, the so-called Chevy Camaro of Bill Coolman.
Well, this is a 1991 Chevy Camaro, or rather it was. It looks more like a sedan delivery, or maybe an El Camino with a camper top on it.
Or maybe a roller skate. This is the car that beat Randy Moore's equally wild Lamborghini in the first round. There is Beth Coolman, Bill's wife, and an integral part of his team. Hunt in the fairly standard Pro Mod up against the wild, wild Camaro of Bill Coolman. They are away. Good start for Coolman in the left lane. Now a bit of a bobble in the right lane for Hunt. He's going to have to lift. Bill Coolman will win in a walkover.
Bill Coolman actually slows a little bit from the previous round.
Finally, he lifted. Our next matchup, Killer Brooks, the pride of Youngstown, Ohio, and his opponent will be Wally Stroop, the quickest and fastest car in the class.
Well, Mickey Lawson, the owner of this car and also the ATEC sponsor, the Wreckers Service, is absolutely delighted with the performance this year. They've been on top of it. They picked off the win at the Winter Nationals down in Darlington, and they're on a roll.
Capable of runs at 6.8 seconds, as is Killer Brooks, who has come along in performance this year. Wally Stroop out of Gilbert, South Carolina, won on a red light by first-round opponent Sam Cavazzulli, and it looked like Brooks had a problem off the line there. He has red-lighted too. He'll keep his foot in it, but it's too late.
This one's all over. The win will go to Stroop with a 7:01.
Here now is Ronnie Sox, the elder statesman of the class at some 52 years of age, and his opponent, the car that Brett talked about earlier, Robbie Vandergriff out of Knoxville, Tennessee, in that wild, wild 57 Chevy.
Well, you can bet Sox would like to bump off Vandergriff. Vandergriff qualifying #1. Sox only qualified #8. But remember, Sox has years and years of experience. He is liable to do anything right here on the starting line.
That aerodynamic front-end treatment on this Chevy looks like a Barracuda. Beautifully turned-out machine. He's going to win plenty of Best Appearing Car awards this year. And here is the man himself with 24 Pro Stock victories before making a return to drag racing in the Pro Mod class, Ronnie Sox, that 64 Mercury Comet.
Watch Sox staging very carefully. Remember, he'll try and pull something off because he knows that Vandergriff is running the best, at least according to the qualifying times.
A matchup of nostalgia cars. Now, these cars were considered somewhat uncompetitive. You'd be a real crowd pleaser, but you didn't want to bring a car like this and expect to win races. But now, with the aerodynamic treatments that Brett talked about earlier, you can come out and win. Explosive start for both cars. Vandergriff broke something right off the line. Ronnie Sox will win in a walk.
And Ronnie Sox did have the better reaction time. He beat Vandergriff out easily.
And now here is the car we referred to a year ago as the Black Mariah. We're going to have to come up with another nickname for Jim Otte's supercharged Corvette. This is a battle of North and South. Freddie Hahn hails from West Seneca, New York, Kings Mountain, North Carolina, the home of Ed Hoover. And both of these guys capable of picking up the victory.
Hahn, one of the most talented drivers on the Pro Mod circuit. This guy cuts you no slack. Jim Otte tunes the car and owns it, but Hahn does an unbelievable job of driving. Watch his reaction times today throughout the race.
Now, this was a very controversial car last year. There was a lot of grumbling among the other racers about how much this supercharged machine should weigh.
Oh, Bob, everybody was worried about the Lamborghini going into the most previous round. Now they're worried about Freddie Hahn.
Good start for both cars. Wheels come up for Ed Hoover. He had to get out of it a little bit, and you don't give Freddie Hahn that kind of an advantage. Great run.
No, sir. Freddie Hahn, a 6.